Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It's GQ Asian Dude in GQ Asian Dude Gaming. A quick look on Gauntlet Slayer Edition. So, if you guys don't know, Gauntlet is a super popular 80s game that was this 4-player dungeon arcade game where you picked one character out of 4, whether it be the warrior, the Valkyrie, the wizard, and the elf, and each character in the game had specific abilities. For example, the elf was the fastest one out of the 4. The Valkyrie focused more on defense, the warrior on offense, and of course the wizard focused more on magic. And in the spirit of Gauntlet, you navigate through these labyrinths and mazes back in the 80s during the 8-bit era, and you would find these mazes to be filled with ghosts, goblins, monsters, and also these little towers or monster generators is what I call them, that generate more monsters that come out and fight you. And the gimmick of the game is that your life actually continuously ticks down numerically until you hit 0, and then when you die. Now in the maze you can find food, treasure, keys, and magic potions to help vanquish the monsters in the maze. And it's called Gauntlet because I think by the lore, Gauntlet was this kind of like organic dungeon that transformed as new adventurers entered in and tried to claim all the golden glory of the Gauntlet. So in the Slayer edition, it's actually the latest iteration of the Gauntlet series, but it started in the arcades, got switched to the home console on the Atari, I believe, and then Nintendo. Eventually got a new arcade port called Gauntlet Dark Legacy, Gauntlet Legends, and even got a like super serious story-based game called Gauntlet: The Seven Sorrows. Ultimately, the games, all the games still play the same: co-op, multiplayer. You always have the warrior, the Valkyrie, the wizard, and the elf. And this one's no different. Now, Gauntlet Slayer Edition is actually more true to the original Gauntlet game than the Seven Sorrows or the Dark Legacy games. This is more of a kind of an homage to the original Gauntlet game, which is nice. So I'm going to show you this game a little bit. I'm going to do local game. We're going to do endless. Just to give you an example of what this game's all about. As you can see, I have played this a little bit, and we're gonna scroll through all the characters here. It looks like the first one's the warrior. The weapon's an axe. He's got the highest health. He's a strong melee fighter. Likes to rush into thick of battle. So you can pick a character here, and it looks like you can, with the right directional stick on the controller. I'm on the PS4. You can actually pose him. So he's got the enigmatic pose, the "come at me, bro," the "I have the power He-Man" pose, and the "Arnold, I am the strongest man in the world" pose. So in this game, what's very unique is that you can actually equip your character with certain items. And in this case, you can switch weapons, just so, and every weapon has a different ability, whether it be a special move, or a special attack, or some kind of buff. You can also change talismans, which is they're more like modifiers in the game. They kind of change how the game plays a little bit of how your character. Like for example, if you wear this talisman, it turns enemies into living food. This one, you throw a potion like the grenade, and then also you have the relics, and the relics are kind of, I think, to me in this game, they're more like, it's more like a buff, like a permanent buff. For example, this one here gives you more speed and attack speed. This one here unleashes a burst of ice that freezes enemies in place. So there's a lot of different things you can buy in this game. Clearly, the game, as you can see the game here, you need a lot of gold to buy all these things, and the game doesn't give you a lot of gold. You have to play the game multiple times. It's definitely a game that really recommends playing over and over again. My favorite thing about this game is changing the appearance of your character. So in this case, it's helmets for Thor, the warrior. Bucket of the Dragon Rider, which is kind of cool. Karathan Warlord's helmet, very metal. Lots of blades on that guy. And a good old-fashioned Shao Kahn, aka Kron. So, you can change the armor on this one too. This is pretty awesome right here. Champion's Mantle. Clearly you have to like earn these by traversing the Gauntlet and collecting a lot of gold. And lastly, we have capes. Capes are the they have what there's a mode in the game called Coliseum, and in the Coliseum you can unlock certain capes depending on like the daily or which day it is, or kind of bonus achievements you can get for that day. So it's kind of neat. So my favorite is the elf, which of course, bows and arrows, health low, but agile, long-range fighter. So he's the one that actually shoots projectiles in the game. And as you can see, I have some items on him already. Questor. Okay. That's pretty cool. He has this like no mask. Very D&D looking. I use the wizard a lot. He's actually pretty fun. His gameplay is interesting. You pick a spell book, and depending on the button combinations that you use on the game, you can unleash a different spell. So we'll go basic. We'll do elf. We'll play, and I'll show you how the gameplay is like. A couple of rounds here. So let's see. It's kind of neat because like it has this over-the-top view here, which is very true to the original Gauntlet. So if you play the original Gauntlet, you know exactly what this game has to offer. So here's shooting. He's got a vault, which is like a evasion. There's the health there. Okay. So it looks like L1 is my special attack, R1 is my talisman. So talisman makes me run faster like this. So that's cool. And they'll run out eventually. Yeah, it has a cooldown on it. Right. Right, and kill the monsters. Traps. Okay, very dungeonish. And there's the gold. See that? Every gold piece I picked up was only giving me 10. And if you noticed earlier, you know, we needed like 80,000 for a lot of those items that we wanted to get. So definitely have to do the Gauntlet a few times. So this right here is a monster generator. And if you don't kill that, it's going to keep generating, in this case, ghosts. That's my power shot. So Questor has a power shot secondary attack, which it's slower to start, but it hits harder. And from my calculation, it's like 3 arrows per shot, per charge shot. So right, got it. Okay, one of those. Leap. For the magic potion. So in this game, you can also shoot the food and the potions. When you shoot the food, you just lose the food. When you shoot the potion, you actually activate a weaker version of the potion. And haunted ghosts. If you notice that, I just picked up a crown, and the crown, what it does, it actually gives you a gold bonus in the end for once you reach the exit. It gives you a gold bonus. The problem with the crown is it actually attracts more monsters to you. So that's the negative portion of that. So it looks like we're at the first exit here. Another thing that's different about this game is that your health doesn't continuously tick down, unlike the old Gauntlet, where if you had when you had a number, a numeric value for your health, and it would slowly tick down as the game goes. Oh, right. So Questor has a nice little dodge there, which is good for getting out of trouble, but you can tell, like, after he dodges, he has this delay, which is not the best, but still better than most of the characters in the game. There's that crown. Shiny. Alright, and there is a story mode to this game. There is chapters to this game. Even side quests, but we're just playing pretty much the boss, not the boss rush, but the unlimited mode, the endless mode, the survival mode, to get more money and kind of just demo this game. Alright, so there's my talisman. See how much faster he moves with a talisman on? It's a lot. Nice. Okay. Doing good. Get the food. Make sure you don't hit it. Oh, there you go. Lost a little bit of health. Got hit. Right. So. And that's my special ability there. He drops a bomb and it explodes. It's good for clearing out. It's a trap, pretty much, clearing out guys that get surrounded. So let's see if I can show you how this bomb works. Like that. Pretty cool. And it does have a cooldown, so you can't just spam it. All right. All right. So that's Questor there. Let's show you another character, and should give you an idea how each character works. So let's try. Oh no, that's not what I want. Okay, let's try the basic warrior here. Let's give him the weapon. All right. Now here's floor 1. Oh, that's his super, his whirlwind. And his secondary move is actually a tackle. Okay. And as you can see, it's randomly generated stages, and this stage is totally different from what it was before. Okay, so his super clearly just mows through guys. That's kind of his thing. Okay. He's the tank. Has the highest health. You can look at his health bar. It actually has 4 quadrants. You can take the most damage, has the most health. His attack is okay. The thing is, he can't block. Okay, he has slash combo here. That's with square. Alright. And then he's got the triangle attack, which is a heavy ground pound. Does that. Which is about 2 hits instead of 1 hit, as far as damage goes.
A feast for kings.
Alright, let's get this potion. And there's also like secret rooms here that you just kind of have to navigate through the stage. You find them. Now the cool thing about Thor is that, and that's his name, is that during his rush like this, he can actually do a super attack. The ground pound. Does lots of damage. And he has also the square attack, which just is like circle slash. See that? So, it's pretty cool. If you don't really want to learn the game too hard, Questor the Elf and Thor the Warrior are the 2 easiest characters to use. The Valkyrie is more like an advanced version of the Warrior, where it focuses more on defense and skills. Like, she has a shield that she can block with, and kind of like Captain America toss to bad guys. But she also doesn't do as much damage as Thor does. So, and that's pretty much Gauntlet, guys. I mean, it's a nice, quick game. It's a downloadable game. There's no hard copies of it. I wish they would make a hard copy. That'd be awesome. I'd totally pick it up. Add it to my collection. But that's pretty much Gauntlet in a nutshell. The game really shines when you have 3 other people playing together. And I think the more people you play, the game adjusts the difficulty, so there will be more monsters with 4 players versus 1 player. If you have any questions, awesome. Leave them in the comment section. Send me a message. Add me on Twitter, GQ Asian Dude. This is GQ Asian Dude on GQ Asian Gaming. A quick look. Ran a little bit longer than normal, but Gauntlet is one of the coolest games in a long time that I've played. That's fun. It has couch co-op, and you can also play with your friends online. All right. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Comment, subscribe, and link. That'd be awesome. Have a good night. Take care.